Peace, love, and light, soul tribe. It is Sabria Manay, the Sirian Mermaid, and welcome back to another transmission session with me. I have a lot of downloads, guys, tonight. First off, someone's getting married next year and having children. Someone's getting married and or having children. I see it as all of the above. It could be someone you're actually close to. It could be your parent. You could be a parent next year. It could be a sibling. It could be you. So I'm just like, we're gonna move through the threads of energy because I have a lot of downloads. So this is a collective message. Take what's for you, leave the rest or whatever's not for the next person who needs certain information at this time. And confirmation's okay. So I've got a whole spread laid out here, and what I'm seeing is that I'm getting a couple of things. Here's thread one. Let's move through thread one. I'm getting that for some of you, I keep hearing wedlock so loudly. If you were born out of wedlock especially, you're being called not to repeat a familial karmic cycle. So say you did have a child, right? Congratulations. Say you did have child, you're with child, and it's out of wedlock. You're being called not to force yourself to be married to someone that is not for you. If you feel like already a sense of guilt, don't marry out of guilt. Don't marry out of shame or frustration or some sort of repression. Don't do it. Don't do it. Spirit says do not do that. Co-parent if you must. Don't do it. Because you'll be in a karmic relationship, okay? You also could be someone who's putting an end to that kind of cycle in your own life or within your family's lineage. You could be that generational curse breaker. You could be the one that it just doesn't happen to, right? Trendsetter, radical, shifter. You could be an Aquarius or be closely connected to an Aquarius energy, a Gemini, 222 on the clock. Another thing to that is if you're in that cycle, it stops and it ends with you and you're certain of this, or you're being called to end it effective immediately. And so you're ending or you're being called not to enter into a cycle, a karmic cycle with a spouse. Okay? Now, all that said, sometimes we have these soul contracts that go on for a time, but if you can know in advance, you can use your free will to maneuver yourself and repivot your timeline. Because although we come into this life, although we incarnate with our set soul's intentions, our what we're looking to do here in this vessel for this period of time, so to speak, the contracts that we create and that we develop with others, we say, okay, I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna learn this lesson. How am I gonna do that? Well, I could do that any number of ways. You don't have to fulfill the contract. You can nullify the contract, okay? You can nullify it. And I'm saying you have a couple of karmic contracts that I'm seeing you can ascend. You can kind of like boost up a couple levels, because I think that you have enough of the ancestral knowledge and wisdom and pain that you can transmute this all in one and don't even have to deal with that again and incur more pain. You can just let the pain go, and then your future generations will be better for this. Another thing, I'm picking up on a beautiful lady, a beautiful divine feminine. You are being called to recalibrate your connections. Create maybe some sort of balance for yourself, some sort of peace in your life, because you're being called to walk away. There are some people who are sending jealous energy, envy, evil eye, return to sender spirit, we don't welcome that here. We cancel and we release. You're being called to cancel and release these energies, control, alt, delete these people from your life. These entities, right? These voices that even they sit inside us because it's ingrained. We're being called to undo the programming, divine feminine and divine masculine. But I'm speaking specifically to a Queen of Wands, divine feminine, a fiery, beautiful, passionate lover girl, creator, a fighter, a lover, a just amazing human being, a generous person, very, very kind, very lively. Excuse me. See, I'm channeling. Vitality, like you're someone who is confident, but you're very kind, you're charismatic, you're engaged, very present with the people around you, like very nice energy flow. I think you like kind of really awaken a spark in people, and you're being called not to just give that spark away, especially if you're a Sagittarius is coming out strong like this. Okay, I have Aries, Libra, Taurus as well. Okay, now moving on to our next thread of energy. We have a Queen of Cups, beautiful, soft, feminine, soft girl era type of energy, or just a gentle, kind, emotionally cognizant, emotionally nurturing, strong, sensitive person. You could be a man. Okay, I'm actually getting, for some of you, you are a man. You could be a Gemini, actually. For a lot of Virgo, even. Strong on the Gemini. Or water sign energy. Okay? But again, just take the energy as it resonates, right? So I'm getting that you're being called to communicate, like really express yourself, your art, all of this good stuff. You're being called to put yourself out there because you're going to get a proposition soon. You're going to be reached out to with the communication card. Someone's going to reach out to you, and they're going to give you some good news. They want you to join on something. It could be a podcast, it could be a table talks, it could be a music project, it could be any number of things, to speak and express your views, your standpoints, your process, your feelings, man. You know, you're being called to share. Okay? But I think that balance comes in with, especially if you can resonate with both energies of that fiery Queen of Wands and that soft girl energy as well, or that gentleman energy. I think a nice balance is necessary with Temperance. We have the Temperance card. And know that everything's going to come to fruition. We have the Empress and Temperance. It just takes a little patience, a little time. But you have a lot of beautiful blessings coming in next year. A lot of good abundance, material wealth is coming in for you, success, but you're being called to balance your energy. And when you do that, the imbalanced aspects of your reality are going to fall away from your reality. So that could be the form of people. It can manifest as certain materials in this world that we attach ourselves to. It could be certain experiences, thought forms, patterns, whatever. Those energies, those vibrations won't resonate anymore. Oh my goodness, it does tie into the vibration and the devil card. See? Low vibrations are being rattled, shaken up so that you can get closer to your success, because you may be questioning yourself. I heard gaslighting yourself. You can be gaslighting yourself. I think there is some sort of evil eye that you may want to consider getting some evil eye jewelry just as charms. I wear this a lot, especially when I go out. I'll have my anklet or my, something around my neck, or I'll just, of course prayer is the strongest thing. But you could do your prayers, put on some evil eye, leave the house, get your amulet, whatever you need to do. Set up your protection and be consistent. Don't forget, in a sense, it's to remember the high vibrations that will protect you from any of the, just the silliness of this world that is here to distract you from, what's coming in. The Six of Cups. So you may be revisiting certain things to close those threads out. But honestly, I feel like there could be people from your past that are surfacing because they're not feeling that you're there anymore. 1001, yes, warning, evil eye. So there could be people that they may not have supported you, or they may not have like given you your accolades, so to speak. They may not have recognized you for something that they literally acknowledge in secret. Like they admire, or they see that you're doing it big, and they won't acknowledge your success. They won't congratulate you. They won't celebrate you. And that is because of the jealousy, the envy, and the uncomfortability with your power, with your light. And so certain people may be coming back up to be like, hey, what's going on, or how is it going? They're monitoring you. With 1001, it's just a warning. It's not to instill fear, because we don't deal with that over here. We don't sit in that, not for long. Fear can guide and teach and warn and admonish us from certain things, but there's but so much of an extent fear can take you to, as far as the good things in life, right? So yes, you're definitely going to be traveling more. You're definitely going to have whatever you've been like really excited for. It's gonna happen, and you're at least gonna see like the budding of it, like the blossoming of something you've been working at. You're gonna see the opportunities flowing in, the communication. You're gonna be enchanted. You're gonna be flown out somewhere by your job. You're going to be flown out by a romantic interest. You're going to fly yourself out to the paradise of your dreams on a wonderful, beautiful, affordable weekend, or you'll be able to afford that expensive, high quality stay. Or you can purchase your first plot of land. You cash out, and you make a killing, with cryptocurrency. I mean, I see some sort of fortune coming in, some sort of opportunity that's going to pave the way for you to be able to invest in other ventures. So I feel like whatever's coming in is a means to an end, but it's an incredible means. It's an incredible means to sustain many different endings that just really propagate and transform and transmute into more beginnings. Because yes, there's a beginning, there's an ending, and there's all that's between. But once the end happens, the beginning happens, and the end happens in the beginning. Like, it's a constant cycle, because really it's just the happening. The beginning, the ending, it's just the happening. Because time is a construct. It's just the being. That's all that is. The duality is just, we're seeing it kind of interact and play with each other in different spectrums of the same oneness, but it's just the one. It's just the one. It's just all the happening, and all the happening is getting good for you, okay? If that makes sense. I need you to know who you are. I need you to see that. And there could be people around you or things that you're interacting with or engaging with that's not encouraging you to see that. It's not like sparking that up from within you. So you're being called to connect with things that you actually enjoy, and connect with things that make you feel good, and to really get comfortable feeling good about yourself and your life, and just loving that for you. Love your life for you, and not to subject yourself to things you don't agree with, people you don't connect with, and a lifestyle that doesn't resonate. You're not obliged. You're not obliged. So the reason I say that is because the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, it's like you're trying to make decisions, but it's from a space of uncertainty. It's from a space of, what can I make room for? There's no limit. Limitless. What can you make room for? There's always room. But who are you giving room to? Because in this infiniteness of your life, there's many room, right? There's so much room. But because we are 3D, our physical body is biodegrading, right? So in this coming and this being experience on earth at this time, what is it that you're allowing to limit you? Because we also understand in a third density world, in a third density realm, we have more of these constructs, right? Like I can't just run through the wall because my soul is literally tethered to this physical body. I chose this, and it was permitted, and it was a, beautiful job. I mean, a beautiful job that God has done on us. We are wonderfully and beautifully made, and I'm just saying, not tooting my horn, I'm just saying that we are just a phenomenon of a make, of a creation, and you're being called to see there's no limit for your life. And anyone that makes you feel like that, any content, anything you're engaging with or consuming or absorbing that is not in alignment with that, that is something you should be releasing. Because that's something that's going to have a direct gateway to what is for you and siphon it directly from you. Okay? Don't allow people to be energy vacuums. just taking it all. Just eating it up. Eating it all the way up for themselves. Don't give people that access. Alright? Because you're limitless, but there is a duality that we interact with in the third density. So understand that to get, you've got to give. Give it up. Give up these low vibrational energies, and your blessings, oh, they're coming. They're coming. You're on the right path. I think you kind of understand a lot of this already. I think I'm just here to help affirm it for you and just join you to continue making way for the new beginnings. So that is the reading. That was pretty deep, pretty beautiful, flowed pretty freaking nicely. And I thank you for taking time to just spend this evening, this morning, wherever you are in time with me. Please feel free to like, subscribe to join our High Vibe Soul Tribe, and book a personal reading with me at my shop. Link down below in the description box. And until next time, Soul Tribe, je t'aime et à la prochaine.